Hey guys, I'm Grace,
And I'm Kendall.
and we're
Adventuring
Lakeland.
A little outside of Lakeland again.
Yep, we're at the old Polk County Courthouse in Bartow today.
And I'll give you a little bit of history. Bartow was established in 1851. It was also known as the city of oaks and azaleas, and there are still plenty of oaks around still. It was named after Francis Bartow. He was a general that died in the American Civil War. The first building, there were two courthouses that were built here. The first one was built in 1883, and the current building was built in 1908, and it's been a museum since about 1997. A little bit about the building. It was built in a popular Florida style, a neoclassical architectural style. Some characteristics are the cross-gabled roof surface in metal shingles and plates, and it has a central dome on top that is metal with an orb spire, and it contains ribbon windows and 4 clocks. So some of that I understand, some of it is a little bit beyond me, but I think it's really cool that it was like a popular architectural style at the time.
It is very cool.
Alright, so it is known that this courthouse is haunted. There's been numerous sightings of apparitions and some lights flickering, stuff like that. One incident occurred in the basement boiler room. An explosion took the life of a man working in one of the 4 rooms in the basement. Many employees that work here now and in the past have reported hearing unearthly and agonizing screams as they go down the elevator. There's no explanation for them, and many suspect that the man who died in the explosion is reliving his tragic demise.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that sucks.
yeah,
Can you imagine having to do that for eternity?
right?
So we changed location because it got really hot and bright over there. So now we're on a bench under the shade
Of an oak tree.
of an oak tree. And who knows how long this oak tree has been here. It could have some historical significance. Well, anyway, this one is about the Native American Artifacts Room. Apparently the lights are supposed to flicker and mysterious cold spots are supposed to be all around in there. We went in there, we didn't really feel much.
We did feel a couple cold spots, but there were also air conditioned vents.
Yeah.
We're not saying that there's no activity in there, but as two people who have never experienced any paranormal activity, we say no. Okay, we probably cut that part out. And one of the bigger stories was the murder of Judge Chillingsworth, which excellent last name for a ghost story. During the morning hours of June 15th, 1955, 2 men broke into the circuit judge's oceanfront home in Manalapan, Florida. Sorry if I say that wrong. The men bound the judge and his wife, Marjorie, and then proceeded to assault them and drag them to a boat on the beach. Marjorie had weights tied to her body, and she was tossed overboard. In a panic, the judge, still bound, jumped into the water attempting to rescue his wife. He was unsuccessful and was recaptured by the 2 men. So they got him back in the boat, and then they tied the anchor of the boat to him and dropped him in the water to be with his wife.
That's rude.
Yeah. Floyd Lucky Halzapfel said that the judge's last words were to his wife, "Remember, I love you." And she replied, "I love you too."
Oh.
And that was just before she was thrown into the water. The 2 men who captured them were tried in the Bartow courthouse, and later the organizer of the murder, Joseph Alexander Peel Jr., was also tried. Many people have described cold spots and sensations of someone walking by them in the original section of the 1909 courtroom. It is said that it is Judge Chillingsworth, and he watches his accused killers repeatedly get sentenced for their gruesome murder. Many years later, it is rumored that seaweed has been found in that courtroom.
Seaweed?
Because they were thrown over.
That's crazy.
Right? It hasn't been confirmed. It's kind of rumored, but
Can you imagine though walking in and finding like seaweed just laying on the floor?
Right? And they're like, Judge Chillingsworth, clean up your mess.
Right, for real.
Right?
Got out of here.